a dark old thing like that for?
Looking for a better life, friend.
And you think you're gonna find that in that old gun? Better take a raincoat, stranger. And a coffee mug.
Why we are going. Settlers are being offered up to 640 acres of free land. We can work towards a great future with that much land. We know it won't be easy, but if we are well prepared, we have the best chance of reaching our destination. Here comes my family. It's time to go stock up on necessary supplies. The next big stop is hundreds of miles away.
Well, I do say, Bill, I've never seen so many goods in one place.
No kidding. With everything we need, we'll be in the courthouse before we even set out.
We'll have to check a list carefully. Wouldn't want to forget something important. Mama, Papa, did you see that piano up there? Wouldn't it be a fine thing to have a piano in our new homestead? It would make us feel like we're back in Grandma's house in Tennessee. Can we buy it? Please?
Don't be silly, child. Our wagon has to carry all of us and everything we own. There is no room for a piano.
Maybe we could sell Mother's rocking chair to make some room.
Don't be foolish. Who could imagine such a thing? No chair fitting isn't getting off my feet. That chair means more to me than any piano ever could be.
Well, what about this fiddle? It's only $6.
Only $6? That's more than the cost of this here fishing pole.
Besides, none of us even know how to play the fiddle.
Well, Uncle Joe knows how, and he can teach us. Can't you, Uncle Joe?
I suppose so. I dare say there'll be enough time to teach you a tune or two.
What's wrong, Uncle Joe? Aren't you excited about our adventure?
Sure I am, little Susie. It's just I'm so sorry I had to leave my sweet Elizabeth behind. Her parents are sick and she had to stay to take care of them.
Don't be sad, brother. It'll all work out for you and Elizabeth. I just know it. I guess we all have some hard to go over what we have to leave behind this journey.
She's going ahead to
trail for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's even hard to believe we've arrived at Alco Springs and there ain't no water to be had.
What do you mean, no water? We need to fill up our barrels. We're about bone dry.
Well, there hasn't been any rain in a while, and now there's a $10 charge per barrel.
Well, that's just plain unfair. What do we do now?
I heard that some folks are planning to pay the price.
I heard some plants steal it in the middle of the night. No kidding?
Some are talking about trading their milk rations for water.
Tell you one thing, all this talk of no water has me feeling kind of down.
Yeah, you know what? After dinner, I think we should cheer ourselves up with a little song and dance.
That sounds like a great idea.
four-star hotel, but it's a welcome place to rest and stock up on supplies.
Yes, I heard the Browns family even got free food rations because they were badly in need.
I've noticed a lot of wagon trains coming together here.
Yep, lots of stories are being told, that's for sure.
I knew I should have been eavesdropping, but I couldn't help hearing the adults arguing beside the fire last night. I heard them talking about the Bush family and was completely perplexed. The Bushes are kind, hardworking farmers that have proven themselves to the wagon party. They wanted the opportunity to have land and to escape the hostility they faced in Missouri. But old Jim heard they might not even be able to rightfully own farmland in Oregon because Mr. Bush is black. I can't imagine making this huge trek only to find out we wouldn't be able to have land at the end of it all. I keep watching Mr. Bush's son Clarence, trying to figure him out. Some members of the party say bad things about him because of the color of his skin. I just don't understand it. He seems smart and kind. I see him playing jacks all alone, and I want to play jacks with him. I'm afraid Pa would be mad at me. I keep wondering what it will be like for the Bush family when we reach Oregon.
When we got to Fort Connie, I knew it would be a doozy. The first night while I was going to sleep, I heard a soldier unloading and firing his rifle. I got up to see what happened. There was a snake lying there dead. In the morning, I went to the river to wash, but the water was too murky to wash with and too dirty to drink. Yesterday, my mules got stuck in quicksand while crossing the Platte River. It took a mighty effort to get them out. We were excited at the beginning of this journey, but every day it seems to get harder. Last night after supper, we sat around the fire and sang and danced. Those are the times when we forgot about our troubles.
When she comes, yeehaw! She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa, back! She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa, back! She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Yeehaw! Whoa, back! Well, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Hi, boys! Well, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Hi, boys! Well, we'll all go out to meet her. Yes, we'll all go out to meet her. Yes, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Yeehaw! Whoa, back! Hi, boys! Well, we'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. Chop, chop! Well, we'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. Chop, chop! Well, we'll kill the old red rooster. Yes, we'll kill the old red rooster. Yes, we'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. Yeehaw! Whoa, back! Hi, boys! Chop, chop! Well, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum! Well, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum! Well, we'll all have chicken and dumplings. Yes, we'll all have chicken and dumplings. Yes, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yeehaw! Whoa, back! Hi, boys! Chop, chop! Yum, yum! She'll be wearing red pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing red pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing red pajamas. She'll be wearing red pajamas. She'll be wearing red pajamas when she comes. Yeehaw! Whoa, back! Hi, boys! Chop, chop! Yum, yum! Well, she'll have to sing with Grandma when she comes. Well, she'll have to sing with Grandma when she comes. Well, she'll have to sing with Grandma. Yes, she'll have to sing with Grandma. Yes, she'll have to sing with Grandma when she comes. Yeehaw! Whoa, back! Hi, boys! Chop, chop! Yum, yum!
Well, Adeline, can you believe the size of this rock?
No, I'm absolutely astonished. I've heard stories of this so-called chimney rock, but it did not prepare me for what it actually looked like. I have to say, it's the most remarkable object I've ever seen.
I agree, but I wonder, what kind of fool would want to climb this thing just to carve their name in the stone?
I don't know if it's foolishness or bravery. Hard to tell the difference between the two I found.
True, very true. I heard there's another wagon train coming here.
Yes, we'll have to decide if we want to stick together when we pull out. Our next big stop after Fort Kearny was Chimney Rock. It was the prettiest sight I had ever seen. We camped there for the night, which gave me a chance to write my name on the rock. I didn't go up as high as some of the boys, who seemed to be in a contest for writing their names at the highest point. When we were up on the rock, we saw another wagon train, and we rushed down to meet them. They sure seemed nice. They asked us if we wanted to join them for the rest of the journey. We decided not to, and it was lucky we didn't, because many of them became sick with cholera. Instead, we stayed and picked fruit, 20 pounds in all. It tasted wonderful after nothing but dried meat and bread for weeks and weeks. We moved on soon and found another wagon train to travel with on our long journey ahead. I heard Betsy from Packers on the wagon train we joined today. No kidding? She's a feisty one, I've heard.
Well, you'd have to be to travel 2,000 miles in a covered wagon.
I suppose you're right. Sounds like she's extra persnickety, though. I'm told she even orders her husband around.
If we stay together on the trail, I suppose we have to put up with having her along.
Might be kind of fun, truth be told.
What are you doing with that darn full frying pan?
Betsy, I'm trying to do something nice for you. I thought I'd cook you up a delectable dinner tonight.
We both know you can't cook. And we are so low on rations right now. What on earth are you planning to put in that pan?
Well, I was thinking I'd fry up a nice squirrel for surprise.
Oh, I've got to take care of. If you could just get it together.
Betsy, I'm trying. I really am.
And where are those twins you're supposed to be watching anyway?
Twins? I was supposed to be watching them?
Oh, Ak, honestly, you can't do a darn thing right.
Betsy, don't be cross. It's miserable on this trail. Especially because you're so darn difficult to please.
Hero, sweet Betsy from Pike, who crossed the wide prairies with her husband Ike, with 2 yoke of cattle and 1 spotted hog, a tall Shanghai rooster and an old yeller dog, singing to rally-oo, rally-oo, rally-yay, singing to rally-oo, rally-oo, rally-yay. Yeah, the high desert was burning and bare, and I cried in fear we are lost, I declare. My dear old Pike country, I'll go back to you. Said Betsy, you'll go by yourself if you do. Singing to rally-oo, rally-oo, rally-yay. Singing to rally-oo, rally-oo, rally-yay. They had the wide rivers and crossed the tall peaks. They camped on the prairies for weeks upon weeks. They fought off the Indians with musket and ball, and reached California in spite of it all. Singing to rally-oo, rally-oo, rally-yay. Singing to rally-oo, rally-oo, rally-yay.
California? Did they say California? I believe so. We ain't going to California.
No, sorry, we are going to Oregon.
I guess we won't be trailing Betsy and poor Ike after all. That's probably a good thing. All she does is complain, complain, complain.
You said it.
It's the 4th of July and we've made it Independence Rock.
This means we should be able to make it over the last mountain pass before the winter snows if we're lucky. Look at all the writing on the rock. Looks like more names carved into it, just like we saw at Chimney Rock.
Let's put our names in the rock too. Then anyone coming through after us will know that we've made it this far.
Great idea. And tonight, let's celebrate our good fortune. I know just the tune to get folks dancing.
He built a house, took him about a week, put the floor above his head, steam made under his feet.
Farewell, Old Park, farewell,
at Independence Rock, we find ourselves at the parting of the ways, so called because the trail splits. This is desolate country, to be sure, nothing but sagebrush for miles and miles. The left fork of the trail follows a river to Fort Bridger. The right fork is about 50 miles shorter, but it cuts across a desert and through an Indian burial ground. We've had friendly relations with the Indians we've met so far, but there are known accounts of Indian attacks along this trail. We've decided to play it safe and take the longer route. That night, as I slept, I dreamed about what might have been if we'd taken that risk.
The settlers call us savages, as if we have no rights. They don't respect our land. They don't understand our ways. At first, we were friendly towards the new settlers. We shared land, food, and the animals of the plains. But the white men kept coming and taking all of the wealth. This is a land for our children. Our ancestors live here with the trees and the prairie and the rocks. We are one with our home. This is our land.
Times these last few weeks. But today, things are looking up. We've arrived at a place called Silver Springs where magical water bubbles up from the ground. Really, there are bubbles in the water. I've never tasted anything like it. It's a real treat. It's a real special treat after going through so many difficult things. Like having to throw out Mother's rocking chair when we needed to lighten our load. But today feels like a time for thinking about better things. Look, here come Ike and Betsy's twins. Better get out of here before they get me into trouble. Sister, look at the spring. There are bubbles in the water.
I know. I tried some. Makes me...
Let me try.
Now, that is not very mean. Which one of you is doing that?
It's not me, Ma. It's her. It's not me, Ma. It's her. I would never do something like that.
I swear it ain't me. You don't care how to live, you girl. Now I can just tell you to apply. I can figure out which one of you to punch. You two are too much and always getting into trouble.
Twins? I don't see no twins. Was I supposed to be watching them? It's been 3 weeks since we spent
spend that beautiful day at Soda Springs. Yesterday we arrived at the Snake River. We had to decide where to cross. Fording the river at Three Island Crossing would save us 60 miles with 3 full days off our trip. But the water there is deeper than it seems. We were all worried, but we decided to try our luck. As we were making our way across, our wagon started to tip to one side. I yelled to our kids, "Lean to the other side!" Luckily, everyone listened, and believe it or not, it worked. Crossing over that river got me thinking about the Missouri River we left behind and how far we've traveled since the start of our journey. I don't think I realized until that very moment how homesick I've been.
We are all scared out of our wits. We have one last difficult decision to make as we near the end of our journey. Either we travel down the Columbia River in a raft of our own making, or we cross Mount Hood. It's true that we crossed the Snake River without incident, but the Columbia River is not the same. It's a crazy, huge river. We could pay the Native Americans $80 to take us if we had that much money, but we don't. Traveling over the mountain seems like the better plan, except we've heard that a section of the trail is so steep we'll have to lower the wagons down by rope. Standing at the edge of the Columbia with all of its dark danger right before us, we can't help but decide to take the mountain path. Whether we made the right decision or not remains to be seen.
We did it! We finally made it to Oregon City!
Yes, near 6 months and 2,000 miles later, the trip here was more difficult than I ever could have imagined. And we have to give up many things along the way. But at least we all have in one piece.
I'm still very sorry about your walking chair, Mother. I loved that chair at one time. I thought it was priceless. But now I realize everything but our loved ones can be replaced.
You're right, Mother. I bet we can find you a new rocking chair now and an even better one.
Me? Absolutely. And if things go as planned, maybe we'll even get a piano for Susie.
Oh, Father, that would be wonderful. Children, now that we've finally made it to Oregon City, we will be meeting up with friends and family who are already here. Let's get cleaned up for the reunion tonight. Who's hungry for a good meal? We are. Yum.
From places far and wide seeking a better life, they face horror verbal, physical, and emotional hardships, including disease, violence, and racism, in the hopes of claiming the Oregon territories. Many persevered through challenging circumstances and received the promised land and their envisioned future. Sadly, many others were not able to realize their dreams in Oregon.
For those that were able to claim land and build a future, this came at a great cost to others, namely the first people to inhabit this land, the Native Americans. We honor and recognize these ancestors whose lives were forever changed as a result of this westward expansion. Native Americans were subject to unspeakable suffering and sacrifice in the course of creating the Oregon of today.
Steadfast settlers changed the face of Oregon's history forever. Today, people still come to Oregon looking for new opportunities, continuing to carve out this beautiful Oregon landscape of diverse languages, cultures, and perspectives. As we reflect on how our families ended up in Oregon, our hope is that we all think about what we bring to our diverse community and how we can honor others' contributions.
We are lucky to live in a land, while not perfect, still gives opportunities for our voices to be heard. At the end of this program, we pause to remember our state's heritage, the ugly, difficult truths, as well as the collective dreams we have to continue to make Oregon a better place for all to live.
We have one last surprise kind of for everyone. We would like to do a dance with you. It's very, very easy to do if you're game, okay? So